Okay guys, I just wanted to kind of introduce you to the next series of videos I want to do, and that would be my 1979 Ford F250. So what I want to do is, we bought a house a couple years ago and we just finished remodeling it, so now we've been able to save up a little money, and the wife and I budgeted $4,000 that I can use to rebuild the motor and paint it. So, and I would like to squeeze a fuel injection system into that too. So, a little background on the truck. It is an F250, even though the badge over here says F150. I put a two-wheel drive F150 cab on it because the other one, you could play Flintstones with it through the floorboards. It does have leaf springs. When I was about 16, I ripped the 351M out of it and put a big block 460 in it out of that same two-wheel drive F150. Just recently I was able to put some tires on it, got some fuel hostage wheels, some 35s, and last winter I built this custom flatbed that I've just loved. I've got 4 spots that I can bolt this winch up onto. I've got stake pockets, rims to hold ramps on. I went through and did crush tubes and welded in crush tubes on all these spots so that if I need to mount a winch to it or something like that, I can bolt it up. I got a spot right back here that I left open for ramps. I want to make some ramps eventually and make them slide in there and lock in there. One of the projects I'm hoping to do with this series is, I did the math, and the volume on just this lower 2x4 tube on the flatbed equates to about 12 gallons of volume, and I want to incorporate that and make that a mid-pressure air tank for onboard air so that it's all concealed into the frame itself. So we'll see how that works. So all included for that $4,000, we're going to try to paint it. We're going to try to do a fuel injection system. I'm thinking about Phytech. We're going to do a mild rebuild on the motor and see how far we can stretch $4,000. This was my first truck. I got it when I was 16. And another thing I want to do along the way is just kind of review some of the tools I'm going to be using, the parts that I end up buying, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to try to do this all in my little one-car garage here. Truck won't even fit in the garage, so I think I'm going to end up taking the front clip off and just nose it in the door and have to work with just the engine bay nosed in the door because the roof is too tall to fit in that door. So we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, the whole reason that I'm going to be rebuilding this engine is I slapped it out of that 78 or 79 two-wheel drive when I was like 16 and put it in this truck. This was my first truck, and I didn't do any work to it then and just like straight swapped over. And over the last 10 years, in the last 6 months, once it gets up to operating temp, it's developed a pretty bad bottom end knock. Sounds like a diesel. So motor's going. That's the whole reason I'm going to be building another one, because this one is not functioning. I haven't actually drove it out of town in the last 6 months because I was afraid I wouldn't get it back home, because as soon as you get up to operating temp, it'll just start rattling. So that's why the motor's getting changed out.